Welcome everybody to this build, welcome everybody to this planning video for Microflash Gamma, the next version of Microflash, my combat robot. It's a beetle weight 3-pound robot. I'm Jason, the creator of Team Rocket Robotics. And here we go. This is the original version of Microflash that competed in the Motor City Massacre back in November of 2018. And if you go ahead and click on the link down the Twitch page there, you can find a basic summary video where I talk about all my fights. As far as I know, the videos of the fights are not up yet. But I did give a description of what happened and some of the things I'm going to learn from that particular event. But today I want to start planning out how the new Microflash is going to go. And our first step is pretty simple. I need to dismantle this robot to get at the drive system. So let's do that now. But right now, I'm just kind of roughly getting the size of things. And this is my first step. Because my goal with all my build processes is I want to solve things as soon as possible and therefore as cheap as possible. So by sketching things out here at the start, it's just a way of having me solve some of the big picture problems before I start building things. Because obviously once I start building things, cost goes up in terms of times and materials to fix mistakes. So let me just kind of sketch out the basic gist of what I'm working with here with Microflash Gamma. And then once I get the basic gist down, I can get a component list put together. And from there, I'll go ahead and start building a 3D model. And hey, the sketch stick broke. Well, that's different. This piece of crap. So something like what I just did here in the corner where I was figuring out the basics of the motor mount, that's an example of how I could figure things out quickly by sketching, just to figure out some of the big concepts. So I'm not sitting there in my 3D modeling program moving things around a lot, because that takes more time than it does for me to sit down and just kind of sketch things out. I can even go ahead and do a somewhat accurate sketch here in just a moment. So this whole chunk is effectively the motor pod. I don't want anything else to go in there because I want to go ahead and be able to pull stuff out and make it modular. Whereas last time I had wires running through it that were soldered on both ends of the motor pod. I can't remove the motor pod if I got soldered wires on either end of it. So I'm effectively blocking out this entire region here for being the motor pod. Nothing can go in it. Okay. I have a little 3D printed mock-up here. This is just a cylinder, but this cylinder here is now on the floor. But this cylinder here, this is basically the size of the current new weapon motor. The old weapon motor was a lot smaller. It was kind of a step up from a racing quadcopter motor. This guy here is going to be an industrial quadcopter motor. So it's going to technically have a little bit lower RPMs, but I have a lot more torque. Well, that looks pretty good for the final concept of the robot. Let me go over it one more time, just in case I missed anything with you guys. So the big change compared to Microflash Beta, which was the one that competed in Motor City Massacre, is going to be the motor pods are now split in two. So there's one here, one's going to end up over here. So the robot's going to be a little bit wider, but the main component area is going to be squished down a little bit. And this box is going to mostly be made of plastic. So the drive system, though, is relatively going to be the same. I'm going to have the weapon ESC and the new battery go right here. I'm going to remove the aluminum mounts from the electronic speed controller of the motors. I'm going to make them nylon and stick that probably in the back here. Receiver is going to go over here. There's going to be some amount of air gap between the back of the robot And the components, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. That's all weight kind of a thing. And then up in the front here, we're going to have somewhere around here is going to be the main drive motor. I think right now it's a little too far forward. I'll probably end up moving it back a little bit when I get the 3D modeling stage going on. But you're going to see we have an aluminum frame. Let's go ahead and kind of roughly color it in. And a lot of the aluminum is going to be removed compared to the previous version of MicroFlash because it really was just too much. So there's only going to be an aluminum frame for the weapon part, and it's going to mount to the plastic frame through some blocks like this of this thicker UMHW. I may even end up getting thicker stuff. I'm concerned about the strength of it, but I will see in testing. But that's the basic overall concept. Now it's time to go ahead and start doing some more detailed work. I already did a little bit of detailed work over here with a motor mount. But more importantly, before I get too far down the detailed route, I do need to sit down and do a breakdown of the weight of the robot. But that's going to be another video. Thank you guys all for watching this first build video here of MicroFlash Gamma, my 3-pound beat-away combat robot. Once again, I'm Jason, the creator of Team Rocket Robotics. If you want to see me work out a lot of these details live, follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Rocket Robotics, or go ahead and subscribe to me here on YouTube. So I'm thinking in the next video, we're going to go back to lots of math, because everybody loves math, and figure out the weights of all the individual components and make sure this type of design is actually practical in a 3-pound weight class. I think it is, but you know, once again, it all comes down to the numbers in terms of grams and all that fun stuff. So thank you for watching, and have a good night.